here on the ticket. Appreciate you guys being here. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And David, the Cowboys kind of doing what they need to do. Washington's defense not offering much resistance as they've gone right down the field a couple of times.
Yeah, really the best defense for Washington has been their offense, keeping Dallas off the field. They've actually controlled the ball for 19 minutes in the first half, so Dallas's defense not doing the best job of getting off the field. I guess you got to give credit to Sam Howell for keeping these drives alive and finding some big plays, but Dallas really kind of going down the field at will. Very impressive drive by Dallas to respond to Washington's touchdown drive and go down the field in a minute, 20 seconds. Just effortless.
Incredible. I mean, you look at this. Dallas is averaging 10.5 yards per play. They have 20 points, of course, as you know, 20 to 10 at halftime, 20 points on 26 plays. That's all they ran in that. They're on pace for 52 plays in the game, and they're going to put up 40 points at this rate. It's pretty damn nice from the offense in the first half for sure.
Yeah, very nice scheme for Dallas. You could see that they had a couple of things that they'd been saving for Washington with the play-action pass, throwback across the field to Brandon Cooks for the touchdown pass, and really Dak just spreading the ball around to everyone today. Running game is getting going a little bit. Dak continued to make plays outside of the structure of the offense where he's scrambling and then finding someone. And then it doesn't hurt that they were kind of lucky where the ball bounces off of Tolbert's helmet and they're able to capitalize on a big third down.
Yeah, you look at it, Dak, 13 of 18 for 221 yards in the first half with a couple of touchdowns, and he continues playing at such a high level. And as you mentioned, moving around in the pocket, we saw on the touchdown pass to Cooks kind of rolling out a bit there. Cooks is wide open deep. And you mentioned, and we were talking about this while we're sitting there watching the first half, really in the last few weeks we have seen, outside of Carolina, who was playing to keep them underneath, we've seen Dallas hit time and time again these big explosive plays, and I think that they had 4 passes, maybe 5 in the first half over 20 yards.
Right, it's amazing. Since week 5, Dallas is the top 2 in the NFL in passing plays that generate 20 yards or more. They had 25 coming into the game. They're averaging 5 a game. They had 5 in the first half today. That really is incredible. It's amazing, though, when you think about the balance of this, the run-in pass game. Dallas really isn't trying to run the ball very much right now. They're just throwing it all over the field. I do expect them to try to run the ball in the second half because McCarthy has said we want to throw to get the lead and we want to preserve the win by running the ball but shrink the game. Huge that Dallas gets the ball, see what they do with this first drive.
Yeah, because if they do what we've seen outside of that first drive where it was basically a 3-and-out, they've gone right down the field with their last 3 drives. I kind of expect that coming out of the half. You get 27-10, puts a lot of pressure on Washington with Sam Howell. They throw it more than anybody in the NFL, averaging 40 pass attempts a game. He's already at 23 in the first half. Exposes him more for turnovers, exposes him more for sacks. Cowboys only had 2 sacks in the first half. I see that they did give Micah a half sack, so he shows up and gets another half sack now with Fowler Jr. on the 1, and then, of course, Hankins that had the big sack there. But it really feels like if Washington wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to stop Dallas on this next drive coming out of the half, which we haven't seen anything to lead you to believe they will.
No, because it feels like Dallas hasn't even gotten to third down very much. It's first down, second down, first down. And really, you're right, Matt. It's critical that they stop them because if Dallas scores here, especially if they're able to score a touchdown, if Robinson isn't able to continue, then it's all on Howell. And if the defense knows that they're going to abandon the run and they can just pin their ears back and go get Howell, it could be a long half for him.
It could, and we'll see. I expect to see more of what we saw in the first half. There's no reason not to. Again, kind of talked about this all week on all of the shows. This is kind of the way that we thought it would go. Washington has an offense that has some pieces capable of putting up points. The problem has been their defense all season long has just allowed gobs and gobs of points, and basically a lot of teams doing exactly what Dallas is doing, taking advantage of their secondary, slinging the ball deep. They give up a ton of explosive plays, and we're seeing Dallas take advantage of that with the weapons that the Cowboys have offensively.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they didn't take a page out of Carolina, which was keep your safeties deep and try to keep everything in front of you. Instead, it's the opposite. Dallas is able to get in behind with their tight ends, with their receivers, and it's just been everyone across the board is getting behind and beating their man. And, this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. I do give Washington credit because they are fighting. It just feels like they are severely outgunned today.
Yes, they are very much outgunned. It feels like they're headed to 4-8. This would be a big win. And, again, it's one of those wins. I know it's just Washington, and they're 4-7, and they're not any good. You're at home, get this win, put this in the bank, and then you move on to Seattle next week, next Thursday night, and we'll see that's a different game, of course. But if you're going to play teams like this, man, we talked about this all week. It's hard to beat teams in the NFL by double digits.
Yes.
And the Cowboys just continually doing that. You may not be that impressed that it's only 20-10, and it may only end up by a 10-point, 14-point win by the end of the game. Beating teams in the NFL by double digits, that's something, man.
It just doesn't happen. No one else in the NFL is doing it. And so you do have to give credit for Dallas for beating the teams that they're currently playing right now. The schedule will get harder, and that's a good thing because you want it to get hard at that time of year because then you're playing playoff football down the stretch, and it helps you get ready for the playoffs.
Donnie and I will have the Cowboys postgame show coming up for you when this game concludes, so make sure that you jump back on to the Ticket on the radio side after the game, and we will carry you for a bit afterwards, leading into the Thursday night matchup, of course, to cap off your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope to see you after the game on the Ticket postgame show. Cowboys 20-10 at the half. Thanks for watching.